How does an overseas voter participate in a US election? If they're living abroad, then where in the US are they voting?
And it is done at the local level. They will review it at your election jurisdiction, and that is determined by your last address in the United States. That's your last US residence where you really live. That's where your ballot will be counted, or that determines your election jurisdiction that will process your application, send you the blank ballot, receive your voted ballot, count it, and certify the election afterwards.
How might overseas votes affect the outcome of this year's presidential election, especially in those key swing states where the margins are really close?
The swing states are top of mind this year, and the margins in those swing states can be extremely tight. There were two in 2020, Arizona and Georgia, which were between 10 and 12,000 votes of a margin between the two candidates. And in those two states in 2020, the overseas vote came in a greater number, closer between 18 and 19,000. So right now, that's being looked at very carefully by the candidates, by the parties. To be honest, I've been studying the numbers. It would be tough to extend that beyond to other states, but if we can do that, if that can be done again in Arizona and Georgia, I think it'll make the relevance of the overseas vote that much more important.
Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has recently said that overseas votes are a cause of voter fraud. Why have overseas voters become a target for these claims lately?
Trump's accusations, and I'm going to say false accusations on Truth Social. This is a pattern of gaslighting. They're sowing the seeds for potential future, claims and delays to counting the vote and examination of ballots. Overseas voter applications go through a lot of scrutiny. We need to provide exactly the same information, exactly that, as a domestic absentee voter. I would say that they're laying the groundwork for future challenges after the election to the integrity of the vote. Any ballot request, any ballot from a UOCAVA voter, I believe will stand up to any scrutiny